If you're looking to move to somewhere like Malaysia, it's all good and well on paper. Oh, it's cheap, the people are friendly, the food is great. On paper, it's amazing. But if that's not the kind of place you can survive, Kuala Lumpur versus Penang, the two biggest cities in Malaysia, but two completely different vibes. I was really looking forward to Malaysia. I was looking forward to Kuala Lumpur. I've heard lots of great things, lots of expats move to Kuala Lumpur. But also, I was looking forward to Penang quite a lot. And when I got to Kuala Lumpur, it was nice. I thought it was beautiful. There was super tropical, lush forests and lush greenery all over the place. I thought it looked really, really nice. And then as I got further into the city, it was a little bit of a concrete jungle kind of situation. There was just buildings everywhere. Right in the center in Bukit Bintang, very busy, lots of buildings. I also noticed there was a lot of like homeless people and beggars in the streets of Kuala Lumpur, especially in that central sort of touristy district in the Chinatown area and the Bukit Bintang area. But that was all right. That was neither here nor there. But as I spent longer and longer in KL, it sort of felt like it wasn't really my sort of place. It was a little bit too concrete jungle. It felt like almost Melbourne sort of vibes, or it's just a city. You know, there's nothing much else to it. I guess you could go out of the city quite a bit. You can go on little hikes and stuff like that. It felt like it was a bit of a journey to go out, get and see some nature. There's obviously some parks which were beautiful. If you're an office worker, you're, going to work every day, you've got a young family and you can take your kids to the international school, I feel like KL would be the place for you. But for me, I like a little bit more of a slow, relaxed sort of vibe. I like a little bit of nature. I like being near the water too. I think that just being near the ocean sort of calms the soul for me in particular, and sit by the ocean and just relax. And I don't know, it really calms the soul for me. So after spending a little bit of time in KL, I was super keen to go to Penang. I was thinking, yeah, this is gonna be great. And I first got to Penang and it was lovely. I thought it was really, really cool city. The longer I spent there, the more I sort of got to see some of the old style of buildings. It's a UNESCO heritage site, Georgetown in Penang, on Penang Island. I thought it was beautiful. The old buildings, they had so much soul and so much character. And even one man said to me, which I thought was well said, he said that if the buildings could talk, they'd have a lot to say, which I thought was beautiful. And you can see that in some of the buildings in Penang. They're frankly just beautiful. The old architecture, and they're colourful. And you've also got the sort of modern buildings there. You can have a nice hotel next to an old UNESCO heritage building. It was very, very beautiful. I went down to the little ocean a few times just to sort of relax, and it's quite walkable. But one detractor for Penang is the public transport. I mean, I don't even know if there was any, to be honest. Maybe there was a bus system, but I didn't clock onto it. I just sort of walked around most of the time, or I got on the Grabs. The Grabs are very affordable in Penang, which was good, especially to sort of escape the heat. You can just jump in a taxi, jump in a Grab. I also hired a bike, just a literal bicycle, and that was lovely. Ride the bike, it's sort of quicker than walking, and I noticed a lot of people ride the bikes in Penang, and I thought I'm definitely going to have to come back to Penang. What a beautiful city. The food was excellent, it was cheap. I found this amazing place, this amazing restaurant called Hummingbird Cafe and Dining. If you're ever in Penang, you should go check it out. The guy who owns it, just a lovely, lovely guy. The locals are very friendly. They're all open to a conversation, open to see what you're doing, what are you up to, what brings you to Penang, and they want to hear your story. Amazing people in Penang. The food was excellent. A lot of people say Penang's like a foodie city, and yeah, definitely. The hawker streets, hawker centres were great. A lot of Michelin restaurants there too. I went and got a couple of char kway teow. I don't know if I'm saying that right, to be honest with you, but that was beautiful. I loved that with the seafood, little prawn and seafood extender, we call it, like crab, synthetic crab or whatever it's called. But yeah, the food in Penang was beautiful. People were amazing. And I really think if you're a city person, say you're from a big city and you come traveling, you're looking to relocate somewhere, KL's probably your vibe. It's got that big city vibe, but you can also escape and get a little bit of nature, and it's tropical. It's very hot though. In KL, it's very hot. I think just there's something about the city, all the buildings and the concrete and everything. it creates a very hot environment. Penang was also very hot, very sunny actually in Penang, I feel. I managed to get a little bit of a sunburn going just after a day or two, whereas in KL wasn't so much like super sunny and more just hot and humid. You really got to evaluate if you're looking to move to somewhere like Malaysia, but you know, it's all good and well on paper. Oh, it's cheap, the people are friendly, the food is great. You know, on paper it's amazing, but if that's not the kind of place you can survive, like if you're from England or something where it's just cold and raining and shit all the time, maybe Malaysia isn't the vibe for you. It's probably too hot and too humid. Met some English people when I was in Malaysia and they were saying to me, yeah, it's just too hot for them. They just couldn't do it. Here in Malaysia and Singapore, you're in the 30s pretty much every day. Like in Penang, we were getting 33. I think when I was in KL, it was like 35.